points we get?
I haven't decided, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, thank you. Okay. Good evening, my name is Malika Gardner. I'm a legislative advocate here in Evanston. I've been doing community engagement here for over 10 years. I run a platform called Where the People Meet, and we've been getting the voices of the people for quite some time. For an entire year, we have worked on the Evanston Property Tax Circuit Breaker program with seriousness, care, and integrity. We met with Cook County leadership in multiple meetings. We met with housing experts, Gail Schechter being one of them, and she supports this program. We met with residents who shared how many of them have fallen through the cracks of the Cook County and state tax programs, which is another reason why we came up with this program. After we reviewed the strategic housing plan, knowing it contains no property tax relief program, also confirmed by Sarah Flax, there's nothing there for property tax relief for homeowners. We built what the plan was missing. Let me also make this clear for the record. Councilmember Claire Kelly and I reached out repeatedly to City Manager Luke Stowe and Chief Legislative Advisor Liza Roberson Young, asking for assistance, data, analysis, just basic support to strengthen this program. And this has been a year. And you can FOIA every request that we reached out. This is all documented. We received none. No help. No help. Every request, every non-response, every response can be FOIA'd. And I just find that very interesting for a program like this to help people with property tax relief, that the city staff would not assist us. And that can be proven. But we kept working. We brought in a Northwestern student who has legislative background in the state of Texas. He's a policy major at Northwestern, and he helped us with the research because we had to get out there and just do it ourselves. Ahmad Garrett, which you'll hear from a little later, and we really appreciate all of his work. And I also have passed state legislation, 2 bills that passed in 2021. So I'm not new to this. So it's a bit insulting when council members last week said, oh, I appreciate the little intent, like we're kids that don't know what we're doing. Or that, oh, it's such a little kernel of an idea. We did work. We got a clue about how this works on the state level as well as local. Again, we kept going. So after all that work, after a year of meetings and research, to hear council members say that was quite disrespectful. It wasn't accurate, it was insulting. Everything you needed was in the packet, and I know that a good 5 council members did not read that packet all the way through because the comments that were made just made no sense. Just in short, square footage would eliminate mansions. Evanston now made a big point of that we were gonna help out the rich. Councilmember Perry L. Davis came up with the square footage, and I thought that that was very creative and very, very helpful to make sure that our lakefront residents don't take advantage of a program like this. 15 years residency plus. These are people who paid their taxes and built this city. They built this city. Income caps. The only portion of the NU Affordable Housing Fund, we just wanted a portion of it. We're not even asking for all of it. Just a portion of it for the pilot program, just for the pilot year. We're not even asking for all of that money. It would be direct tax relief to the residents. No third-party organizations getting their cuts or backroom deals that we know goes down in Evanston, okay? And renters would be added to the pilot after the pilot. After the pilot year, that was made very clear in the packet. Renters would be added, we can't forget the renters. But we wanted to make it as simple as possible for this pilot year and focus on homeowners. And I thought it was fantastic that Councilmember Tom Suffredin stepped in last week and said, let's not focus on the people that this program won't help right now. Let's focus on the ones that it will help right now. So I appreciate him saying that. So the facts were there if it had been read. I'm almost done. So I want to ask something real here. I'm trying to stick to the script so I don't go off on a tangent like I did last week. If you understood what residents are facing, and if you understood what's coming with these tax increases, why wouldn't you want a relief plan in place? Because we know it's coming, the wave is coming. Here's the truth every person on this dais needs to hear. If you do not have generational wealth, it is not if property taxes will overwhelm your household, it's when. Everybody on this dais is going to feel it at some point. If you're not feeling it right now, you will eventually. You will eventually. Every one of you will eventually feel what thousands are already feeling. That moment when the tax bill arrives and your stomach drops. That fear, that pressure, that uncertainty. And I'll close with this. Unless this dais is fully insulated by wealth, which I don't believe everyone up here is filthy rich. Everybody's working hard. You're not exempt. No one is. So stalling this program, not placing it on tonight's agenda, sends a message residents are already hearing too loudly, that their stability is not the priority. I'm asking firmly and respectfully, place this program on your next agenda. Let it move forward. Let the public see that this relief for longtime homeowners is something this committee stands behind, not something it buries to die. And Councilmember Claire Kelly made it very clear last week that she is open to suggestions, amendments to make the program stronger, because this is about the people. It's not about ego, it's not about fighting over the money. And from what I've seen from the finances and the budget, there's plenty of money in Evanston to go around to help people who have been here for years. Plenty. I don't know if the feds need to come in and do a forensic audit. I don't know what's going on. But fighting over $500,000 from Northwestern, that they owe us 10 times more than that. But she is open, and she was compromising as a leader, that we can work on this and build this program and get it out ASAP, because it's urgent. It is urgent, not sitting around and waiting a whole another year or 2 years, or letting it stall to die. And that's gonna speak to who you all are if you allow that to happen. And trust and believe, we won't forget. Thank you.